students for attending here today. Last but not least, a thank you to our candidates here for participating today. Now please welcome our candidates. Starting for the Green Party, we have Shadow E. Bear and Lily R. Panda. And for the Democratic Party, we have Duck and Bulldog. With the Tea Party, we have Junior and Mickey. And for the Republicans, we have Tigger and Cat. Now, without further ado, let's begin this historical presidential debate. All right. The first question each one of your groups will be asked. We'll each have 2 minutes to answer. The question is, what do you think the biggest issue in this presidential election is, and how do you plan to solve it? First, the Republicans will go.
The most important issue in this election is jobs and education. America has been on a road of decline in education. We rank 25th in the whole world. That's not impressive. When our children get a good education, they have more skills and ability to create jobs. Creating a strong school system will help jobs in long term, but for now we have to find other ways. Another way for making jobs is cutting off imports from China. Plus, we have to pay for all the Chinese products, and the prices are getting higher. Too many good American jobs are going overseas, and we are losing out to other countries. We need to balance the budget and to create better teachers with union with strong leaders who will promote and encourage teaching. Thank you.
All right. Now we'll hear from the Green Party.
I think the most important issue in this election is oil policies and jobs. Yes, as the Republicans said, jobs are not our best. We are losing some, but Obama has created them, and if Green Party is elected, we will create more. Due to oil, we have ruined countrysides and beautiful landscapes. The Green Party is not against oil, but we would like to move forward to renewable energy and biofuel.
The most important issue in this election for us is the environment, education, and the economy. And we can't really help the economy without increasing taxes or decreasing them somewhat. And we decided to increase them to pay off the debt also. But in addition, this will also create new jobs. But then a minor tax increase isn't that big of a deal, just for that.
I'd like to welcome everybody. Thanks for coming. I think that the biggest issue in this election today is the economy, and we have a very simple plan to get it back and running again. First thing, we have to lower most federal taxes. For example, we'll instate a low, flat 15% income tax on everybody, and a 25% business tax instead of the current 35%, which will allow small business workers to hire more people, and we can get millions of new jobs. To make up the lost revenue, we will also have to make certain spending cuts. We will cut on imports on oil, natural gas, and coal to save money and open up drilling lines in Alaska and Scranton, Pennsylvania to produce 4 million new jobs. And we'll also cut some certain programs to make up more money. With these ingredients, the unemployment will fall, the debt will fall, and Junior and Mickey can bring this country back together.
Thank you. All right. Okay. Now for this segment of the debate, each of the candidates will ask another candidate their question. It ranges what their question is, and they wrote it themselves. So, Republicans, you will be asking the Green Party first.
A big part of your party's policy is the environment. What do you plan to do to make America more environmentally friendly?
Party will ask the Democrats. Our question towards you, the Democrats, is many of the voters say that we are similar. What do you think the main difference is between us?
Well, the main thing is that the Green Party has not said what they mean to do about the economy, whereas we will create a small tax increase on the richer and decrease on the middle class, and that's why we think it's the main issue, the main difference in this election.
Democrats will ask the Tea Party.
It has come to our attention that the Tea Party wants to get a stronger military. Has it come to yours that we have one already in unnecessary places?
2 minutes to answer.
Well, for your question, is about the size of our military, and I agree that we need to cut back on certain areas. For example, we don't need troops in Syria. It's not an international issue. It's not an American issue. It's a Syrian issue. But we do need a larger military because there are other countries with nuclear capability. Iran, China, and Russia, they all have nuclear capability. We have to be able to defend ourselves in case they decide to go against war, to go into war against us. Does that answer your question?
Now the Tea will ask the
All right. When your statements about the most important issue in this election, I noticed a few things. First of all, there was no mention of the debt. You said jobs are more important than the debt, and that makes sense because under the previous Republican administration, there were cuts in revenue too deep, and they couldn't make up for it in cuts in expenditures. Therefore, the debt rose past $10 trillion. How do you intend to solve that is one of my questions. Second of all, you're a Republican and you're socially conservative. You're going to be too worried about social issues, to be worried about fiscal issues, excuse me. What do you intend to do about that?
Republican Party. You can just answer the first question. You're always supposed to
Now, can you read that in a less fancy way?
Okay, let's start with what you said in the beginning, okay? You said that the two most important issues in this election are jobs and education. So I take it you're very concerned about the economy. All right, but you made no mention of the federal deficit. And under the previous administration, the Bush administration, there were cuts in revenue too deep. There was tax cuts, the Bush tax cuts, they were too deep. And we couldn't make up for it in cuts in expenditure or spending. What do you intend to do about that? Because the last time we had a Republican, the debt rose to $10 trillion. I just want to ask the voters here, are you willing to take that risk, or are you willing to go Tea Party, where the cuts will not be so much that expenditures won't make up for it?
We plan to reduce the amount of cuts that we use on the economy and the budget. We plan to expand the budget and add to the military and other educational things. And if we grow more jobs, we can allow us to get more money for the budget. And if you vote for us, we plan to at least earn 1 million more jobs in America. No.
Alright, closing those, now we're going to, everybody, each of you is going to have a quick chance to say a short closing statement, and we'll start with the Republicans.
If you want the economy bigger, then vote for Tigger.
Alright, now we'll have the Green Party.
Well, have you ever wanted peace? Have you ever wanted to actually do something about the environment? In the Green Party, those are our issues. We support peace, renewable resources, education, and creating new jobs. So, I would like to introduce our candidates. Our presidential candidate is Shadow Bear, and he grew up in Fort Oregon, and he knows how to run the country. The vice presidential candidate is Lily Aguilera, and she has been mayor of the Atlanta Zoo, so she knows how to run places. They're running for president because they believe that in our rights. Our
education, and we also want, and with the money we get with taxing the richer, we will pay off the debt.
Thank you all for attending, and I just want to say that the Tea Party can work with other parties, the Republicans and the Democrats and the Green. In fact, the education policy that was proposed by a Tea Party member was also written with a Democratic member from Missouri in last year. So I just want to say that we can work together to create not a Democrat America, not a Republican America, not a Green America, not a Tea Party America, but a united and bipartisan America. So vote for Mickey and Junior because that's what you'll get.
Thank you for listening to each of our wonderful candidates and for being so respectful towards each of their views and ideas. I hope this final presidential election has helped you clear up any conflicts you had about who to vote for. And remember that your choices could change the future of our country. And next Tuesday, don't forget to vote.
Voting officials will be bringing ballots to your classroom on Tuesday, as well as poll watchers will be there to watch and make sure that the voting is fair and unbiased. So thank you so much for coming. Thank you so much to all of our speakers and Secret Service agents and film crew and campaign managers.